Oracle Database 23 AI is the next long-term support release and includes more than 300 additional major features focused on simplifying the use of AI. Oracle Database 23 AI seeks to bring AI algorithms to where the data lives instead of having to move the data to where the AI algorithms live. Now, this approach can allow AI to run in real time in Oracle databases. And as more mission-critical data becomes intertwined with AI functionalities, the business needs a robust and automated disaster recovery. So in this video, I will show you how to configure disaster recovery with DataGuard and also how you could perform a role change to avoid downtime for planned and unplanned outages. A DataGuard implementation requires two DB systems, one containing the primary database and one containing the standby database. When you enable DataGuard for a database, a new DB system with the standby database is created and associated with the primary database. Refer to the link here for prerequisites and general information. The documentation also mentions on additional requirements on some known issues. Now, specific to cross-region DataGuard, here are some important requirements. Firstly, establish remote VCN peering between the regions. Now, remote VCN peering connects VCNs in different regions to allow resources to communicate using private IP addresses over the Oracle backbone network without routing the traffic over the internet. Follow this documentation to peer your VCNs in the different regions. Then enable network traffic to flow between the VCNs. For this, open the TCP port 1521 to allow Oracle DataGuard reroute transport to flow between the primary and standby database. Add the appropriate security list and route table rules to your subnets in both regions to allow TCP traffic over port 1521 in both directions. Then enable DataGuard. So after the VCNs appeared and network traffic is allowed to flow between the VCNs, you can enable the DataGuard using the OCI console. Let's enable the DataGuard association for the Oracle Database 23 AI. So go to the database details page. So if you see here, the status is not enabled under DataGuard. So go to DataGuard associations, click on enable DataGuard and fill in all this information. So create the DB system. So I select my cross region. In my case, I've selected Amsterdam. Specify the network information. Ensure that the regions are peered. Okay, now for cross region, you can only select the maximum performance protection when you configure it from the UI. Okay, so the status is turned as updating. And if you see here, the active DataGuard is being created. So you can monitor the work request. So as you see here, the work request has been successfully completed and the DataGuard has been created in the Amsterdam region. So you can see the details under the DataGuard association. Now let's do a role change. We'll start with the switchover. So you connect to the primary Go to the database, click on data guard associations, click on switchover. Now be in an updating state. So the primary will now be converted to a standby database, and the standby in Amsterdam will be converted to a primary database. So you can click on the work request and monitor the work request. So as you can see, the switchover has been completed successfully. And if you click on the data guard association, in Amsterdam, the role has changed to a primary database. Let's do a failover, that is, the standby database will now be opened in a read-write mode. So again we go to the data guard association. So as you see that the previous primary is now a standby database. So at the standby side, go to data guard associations and click on failover. Enter the sys password and click on OK. You can monitor the work request. Okay, so as you see, the failover is successful, and we shall now see how to reinstate the failed standby database, which is now as a disabled standby. Okay, so after the failover, the database role has changed to primary. Okay, in the data guard associations, you will see that the standby has gone into a disabled state. So this standby is now in Amsterdam. So if there's any major issue, you can fix the issue and then you can click on this reinstate option. Okay, so again from the primary side, I go to the data guard associations. As you see, the peer role is disabled standby. Just click on reinstate. Provide the sys password and click on OK. You can again monitor the work request. Okay, so as you see here, the work request is successful. So go back to your data guard associations. And if you see from disabled standby, the peer role is now standby. So if you see in Amsterdam, the database role has changed to standby after reinstate.